I'm just kidding. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike Sasser, boudoir photographer in Los Angeles, California, and what crazy times we are living in. I've been a really good citizen and have only left the house once in 5 days just to go for a walk. But I know that a ton of shoots are getting canceled. I've had a few shoots canceled, and it may seem like the best way to use this social distancing time is to just sit around and watch Netflix, which, if you have any good shows, recommend them below. But if you're looking for a way to be more productive, I mean, I spent yesterday learning how to cook rice, but if you want to spend it learning how to improve your photography business, I've got a couple ideas on how you can still learn while you're pretty much locked up at home. Now, I'm going to reference a ton of things, so make sure when you're done with this video, you go ahead and check out all the links in the description so you can continue living your quarantine dream. Actually, that sounds like a pretty catchy song hook. Let's see. Won't you be my quarantine dream tonight? All right, tip number one is to watch some YouTube videos. The YouTube EDU, YouTube College, the Tube University, Tubiversity. And I just like to say how impressed I am that you're already doing this one. If you guys are really looking for boudoir photography tutorials, then I recommend that you just click on my channel and go back through. I've got about 75 of them covering lighting, general business tips, some posing, some editing, just everything boudoir. You'll find that on this channel. Now, if boudoir isn't really your thing, and I think it should be, I recommend checking out some portrait photographers like Irene Rudnick, Nita Sadowska, Hayden Peterson, check out Sam Elkins or Julia Trotti. There are definitely tons more. These are just a couple of the people that I followed that I think put out really, really good videos. Again, all those links will be in the descriptions. And I recommend that when you find videos that you really like to bookmark them, like those videos, so that you can go back when you actually can get outside more, when you can set up your shoots more, so you can reference those to continue to learn from them. Tip number two, now is a really good time to update your website. I know this is a part that gets left behind a lot because sometimes you're like backed up doing shoots or you don't have enough time, you're getting bookings, so why update it? But I believe that your website is a super important part of the representation of your business. So if your website looks like it was made by some 1980s high schooler who just learned to code websites, now might be the time to get on that. You can spend time updating your portfolio page, rewriting your About Me section, add a blog post, or update some SEO so that you can be easier found once all of this blows over. I gotta say, now would be like the perfect time to be sponsored by Squarespace, so if anybody's listening. Here are some quick website tips that you can do right now. The first is to add a contact form at the bottom of every single one of your pages. So that means when they're done looking at pictures and they're like, wow, these are really good pictures, I think I wanna shoot, just have a contact form at the very bottom where they can sign up right now. When they're reading your About Me page and they really connect to what you're saying, put that contact form at the bottom of the page so that they can type it out and fill it in right there. You want to remove any friction, any resistance to them having to click around more on your website and just make it super easy for them to contact you. Make sure the language on your website doesn't sound like an infomercial. Hi, I'm Michael, and I knew I wanted to be a photographer when I was just 3 years old and I stubbed my toe on a camera. I think you're beautiful, and people are beautiful, and you should feel beautiful, and I'm passionate about people feeling beautiful. So come in and I'll make you feel beautiful today, because photography. Go back and write down why you actually started shooting photography, and then make it personal about you, and then make it personal about them. People don't just want to read about who you are, they want to know that you know who they are. That made sense. Then lastly, I recommend that you reach out to your past clients and ask them for testimonials, and then litter your website with those. Put those everywhere. Everywhere. The next thing that I recommend you spend time doing is practicing your editing. I know when I talk to a ton of people and they say the biggest thing that takes up the most amount of their time in their business is the editing. Editing is their biggest bottleneck. Now, this could be for a number of reasons. This could be because you're unsure about your editing style, so you don't know what presets to use or what direction you want to go, or maybe because you're trying to overly skin smooth too much and you don't have an efficient process for that. Whatever it is, spend a little time right now and go through some old sessions and really see if you can figure out a system. If you want to see how I edit, I'm going to put a link to my editing tutorial right up here. However, my favorite editing instructor is Piximperfect. His channel is insane. I'm going to leave that link below. And then if you're looking for a course that will show you literally everything streamlined all from the same person, I cannot recommend my friend Pratik's retouching series enough. It is just incredibly detailed, it's incredibly helpful, and it should be more than everything that you need to know for editing your portraits. And the last thing that I recommend is I'm going to leave a link in the description of one of my exclusive videos that I do on my exclusive newsletter. So this isn't something that I put up on YouTube. It's how I dodge and burn and created my dodge and burn action. That is also going to be a link in the description. I can't believe how many links you guys are going to go through. I've loved sharing free stuff on YouTube. I've learned so much from free things on YouTube, and it can really get you ahead in these different ways. But sometimes an online course, something that goes start to finish, answers all of your questions all in one place, all in a cohesive way, can be a great way to save time in learning. Since I know that right now is a super tough time for photographers, I'm opening up my accelerator course, my paid accelerator course, 4 sections completely free. All you have to do is go to my website, boudoircourses.com, click the accelerator course, scroll down to where you see the course content, click free preview, type in your email address and choose a password, and then you will have access to these 4 sections. First, you're gonna get Instagram tips and secrets. These are Instagram tricks that you can use to help market your business. We're gonna go over the 4 pages that I really think every photography website should have. And not only that, how to optimize those to help you get more bookings. I'm opening up one of my shooting videos that I did with a couple students here at the studio so you guys can see more of how I work, some behind the scenes, some corrections that I would make with some people that are a little bit earlier in the game. And lastly, there's a little extra editing video in there on how I edit my boudoir shoots. I really think these are gonna help you guys out, and if you decide that you wanna do even more with all the social distancing that's going on, I'm gonna be giving a coupon code for 30% off everything in my store. The coupon code is going to be SD2020 for social distancing. Clever. But yes, that will be available for at least the next week, at least until the end of this month. We'll see how long all the social distancing takes place, but I will remove the discount as soon as we're able to be out and about. So if boudoir isn't your thing, then I recommend that you check out another one of these photographers. These are photographers that I've been following for a really long time, that I know their work is really good. I know their free content is really good. I've never taken any of their courses, but here are some names that I think you should know about. Samuel Elkins does beautiful natural lighting portraits. Danny Diamonds also does amazing natural light portraits. Andy Leibovitz has a course on just photography in general. If you're looking for fine art nudes, that's Lindsay Adler. Peter Hurley he's like the guy on headshots. And then Joey Wright has an online course for shooting swimwear. So if any of those topics interest you, these guys have been putting out quality information for a really long time, and I think it's gonna put you in the right direction. If you've got a friend, a roommate, a family member, dogs count. That's amazing. Go ahead and spend this time and create a ton of images with those people. But if you're living alone, spending a lot of your time alone, I recommend you use this time to try and work on some self-portraits. I've done some self-portraits in the past, and it has really helped me communicate with my clients to be able to explain to them what it feels like to be in that pose. Now, I could give you some tips on how to set up your camera and use the phone as a remote and those different things, but really, Sorelle Amour is like the queen of this, and I'm going to link another one of her videos because I don't think anybody really explains it better than her. Next, I want you guys to chat with other photographers. Everybody's going through this at the same time. Everybody has information, everybody has ideas, and everybody can work together. This is social distancing, not social isolation. I am the photographer that I am today specifically because other photographers were kind enough to help me get to where I am right now. So now's an amazing time to reach out to other photographers who you've been admiring for a while, get some portfolio advice, ask them to do a website critique, bounce some business ideas off of each other. Just overall, just have a discussion, and that will continue to help you grow. I recommend that you start this relationship by saying something like, "Hi, longtime stalker, first time messenger. I really love your portraits and your home address. Want to chat business ideas?" Now is a great time to set up a workflow to speed things up for future shoots. We are often too busy to work on the things that will save us the most time. I have a set of emails that I send out to every single client, from the very first email that they send me all the way up to the very last email that I send them to get their review, to deliver their album. And the best part is they're all automatic. It doesn't take me any time to type them out. If you want to pick these up, they are available in my accelerator course, but if you want to do it yourself, I recommend that you just write out a couple of preset emails, like recommendations on what outfits they should bring. Take this time to make a list of all of the things that take place during a photo shoot, from the first email you receive to the last thing your last interaction with that client. And we can create a simple workflow that will allow us to save time in the future. You could take this time to save out export presets that you use every time you're done with a photo shoot or for different reasons. You can create some actions in Photoshop for the edits that you typically do over and over on every single image. Whatever it is, make a list, write out the things or do the things now that you know you're gonna do over and over again so that they take up less time in bulk when you have the clients come in. And then I want you so badly, please, 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 update your Instagram bio. I cannot tell you how many people send me a message and thank me, or they ask me a question and I go to respond to them and I don't even know what their name is because they just have their business name. I don't even know where they're from because it doesn't even say where they're from. I've got nothing to go on to have a conversation with this person. So what I want you to do is, whatever your business name is, put your name in your Instagram profile. When somebody reaches out to you, they want to be able to connect with a person, not a faceless company. Next, you're going to want to put your location on your business profile, because if somebody comes across your pictures and is like, oh, these are really good, I wonder if they're for hire, and then they don't know where you're from, it's not going to make a whole lot of sense for them to just reach out to you and have their first question be, hey, I like your pictures, where do you live? It should have what type of photography you do, what type of photography you offer. I know this is represented in the pictures, but you would be surprised how reading a simple thing will allow something to click for people. And lastly, you should have a link, your website, someplace that they can go to get more information, some very simple way for them to contact you. If you guys have those simple things, I think you're gonna get a lot better interaction from your Instagram profiles. So if you wanna dig into some courses, use that coupon code SD2020 for 30% off anything at boudoircourses.com. There's a link below where you can go check that out. And just so you know, I'm not sponsored by anything in this video. I'm not getting a referral commission or anything like that, not even on Squarespace. If you have any other ideas on how to stay productive during this time, definitely leave those in the descriptions. But also, if you just want to kick your feet up and watch Netflix, you go right ahead. You live your quarantine dream.